Let's start with a little bit of context into what's happened in Sarah's life. So the other morning, Friday, I woke up and disaster. The bog had obviously given way on me and my tank had drained. Thankfully, all the inhabitants are okay. Filled it back up. This was a little bit worrisome because obviously I didn't have a filter running and it was going to be a really hot day. Massive thank you to Alex at Fathom Aquatics. He was online at the time and gave me a little bit of reassurance as to, just get a few more air stones and some sponge filters in there, and hope for the best. So obviously had to pull all the media out of the bog, just to make sure that it would stay okay. So obviously it's all pretty much just rocks and, let's get on to the next part of making a new filter. So Bunnings is my first stop of the day, and as you can see, this is definitely not in my budget. All right, now we're on to the second option, which I did research a little bit beforehand, and have a look at this. This is 240 litre bin, only $78, well, nearly 79, whatever you want to call it. This is a 100 litre bin, $89. Seriously, what the? Alright, so it turns out you even need to, DIY while you bloody in Bunnings. Seriously, if $89 for a bin wasn't already enough, maybe I'll make a video, oh man, DIY for dummies. Well, I feel it'd really take off. Alright, so the idea is pretty much, can you change it up? Don't know if it'll look pretty. Who really cares right now? We're just trying to get a filter in. So I'll have this coming out of here, and then that way it'll go down the waterfall, and hopefully it works. All right, so here's me, fiddling around with the whole saw parts and, getting it all together. If you have a look closely at the bin, I have, traced my little circle on there ready to be drilled out. Putting the drill all together and, let's start drilling. One thing I always forget is you need to put pressure on it. Drilling 101. Alright, so obviously I can take a little bit more off here. Obviously I haven't glued anything in yet. Oh, my beer. Yeah, so I may have left my beer in, the chiller compartment a little bit too long. I do enjoy them ice cold, but seriously. So back to it. Gonna cut this off, and then I need to get the other pipe work running. So where's my 20 mil? Alright, so idea is that it'll probably need to show you what I've got down there, but I'll do it after when it's all done. So this will run up here, and then it's going to junction over into here. So we'll use, there we go. Probably should just cut it, but whatever. Anyway, and then it's gonna go back in all the way down the bottom, and then it'll fill up from the bottom all the way up to the top, and I'm hoping that I've got, so this tube here is 50 mil, top of my head. So it was the biggest I could find that had like the ball socket joint. Is it ball socket joint? I actually really need to figure this out, but whatever. The socket joint. There's no balls in there. And yeah, hopefully it'll be enough that it drains it fast enough that it's filling it up. Let's go. It's all about the precise markings. That's how you do it. So yeah, just a bit of a warning, disclaimer, do not copy my use of power tools. So, you know, a bit of questionable use of the angle grinder, but, you know, works a treat. Sounds like the socket joint. As I said, I am avoiding gluing anything at the moment because I want to just make sure it works. Yeah, it's probably gonna leak, but let's just figure it out. And all right. So yeah, as you will see, there really is no method to my madness. Obviously just trying to figure out what's in my head and implement it in real life. Yeah, a bit of chaotic scenes and, you know, figuring it out as we go. Let's have a little bit more questionable use of the angle grinder. All right, so now we've got all my pieces, you know, cut to length, very precise. We're now, you know, going ahead and fitting it all together and making this concept come to life. Pretty thirsty with all this hard jacker. Might be a little bit too long. It's all about guesstimates. Trust me, it works. Not why I'm in this situation or anything like that. On the bright side, I do know how to use a drill. So a little bit of context here. I thought, you know, obviously need to wash the bin out first because, you know, don't know what nasties may have been in there. And yeah, it's a 100-litre bin. So, I suppose it's 100 litres. Oops. Who needs more water? Now we're going to really gracefully, you know, get rid of the last of that water. Pro skills. All right, so yeah, clearly my pipe is a little over-exaggerated in size. So let's just cut a few inches off and bring it back to reality. Okay. Time to stop stuffing around and let's get it all together. So, yep, yeah, a bit of water went everywhere in this process. So connecting it all up and let's see if it works. All right, so this actually looks pretty cool. So, and the fish somewhat seem like they're enjoying it. So, I don't know. All right, so next morning and it's held up all right. There is a little bit of a leak down here. I think I just need to go in and add a little bit of Teflon in there because it's a threaded fitting. And I'm wondering whether or not I might get away with potentially not gluing some of the other joints, if someone can let me know if that's a bad idea or not. And I will just go and pretty this up. But concept works. Yay.